speaking of joyful journey, last time I was over there, there was a couple of people in the pool with me that I didn't necessarily know from anywhere, but I got real acquainted with them real fast. One was kind of this saggy looking, getting older woman, man, that, had kind of a frumpy frown on her face and wrinkles everywhere and pimples on her backside and shit like that. She was just not very glamorous, and just kind of stretched, you could tell, And there was this old man with her, man. I mean, a really, really old man. He had wrinkles everywhere and nipples that drooped to his knees, and he wasn't even a girl. He was a guy, I think. Anyway, wow. And dark eyes, I remember that. Both of them had dark eyes, but his in particular, man. Ooh, I knew that was a vampire over there. But, I love vampires too, man. I mean, shit, everybody's got a right to live, right? Even if they're dead already, right? And guess what? If we put an end to living death, well, then death is no longer living and everybody's alive and there ain't no vampires no more because there ain't no cranked up need like that, I mean, who would want to... Jeez, guys. We got it so back to front here, man. That lens that got over the sun that turned everything upside down. Holy shit. What a mess it created here. Well, anyway, here's some end products of it there. So I couldn't help because I'd had some really inspirational times already, melding with the universe and so forth there in those magical embryonic hot waters. I like them hot, man. Whew. Just like I like my women too, Can't help it, babies. I'm just, it's not prejudice, it's not bigotry. And you can be hot in just about any size, shape, or form, if you know what I mean. Oh, Grandpa's bad today on this thrilling Monday, man. Getting up and getting the Magnifique on, ain't we, baby? You betcha, man. So we engaged in, you got the Coyote Medicine Show on Hazy Radio Network, don't you know? And this is Grandpa Coyote and a whole bunch of angelic friends tuning in and helping you rock your heart out, okay? So just in case you had any problem with personal identity or anything, well, there's an identity for you, baby, and I love you so. That's the identity I know. Woo-wee, man. Who can't touch you? Oh, baby. Oh, God, what a thrill. I'm getting out of here now, man. I'm going to melt just like the Wicked Witch. Oh, shit. Talking about melting now. I was melting down there in that pond. It's really getting hot. But these two, the water was kind of sizzling around them and the steam was coming off of them like they were 40 below laying in 112-degree water or sitting. They couldn't lay, possibly, man. They were too, stiffened up, man. Their old bones weren't moving too well. That's why they were there for the hot water, man. I'm sure they were going to get a massage from that Magic Hands of Allison or somebody like that. I mean, in the later times, I'm sure they were. But there's a helicopter parked out back that, had the official seal of, some kind of government thing on it. So I figured they, probably just were there for a couple of hours, maybe the day, and they're going to fly away, Because you could tell they were like busy, important people because of the way they were talking back and forth to each other and hushed whispers about who they were going to off next and how they were going to do it. And then they'd giggle and I don't know. It was kind of strange conversation. I just picked up little clips of it here and there, Well, it turned out these characters were like, some real movers and shakers, babies. Some of them that buried so deep in it that they could be called rudabacas, baby, because they got deep roots in the governmental reality, where everybody is dealt with such great fatality, I mean, hence their conversation, I'm sure, But, I being the coyote that I are, and it being the magic place that it be, well, darlings, let's just say you're going to see something different happening in this reality from here on out. Because that was a changing moment for us all, you see. Because the one was, a David, and the other was like a Billary, man. She looked like a bill with, a feminine form. And she was bad, man. She just cackling all the time over there like the Wicked Witch, So I splashed a little water, got a little on her third eye, man. And she broke down in tears, man, started to cry. I couldn't believe it, man. I was like, wow, Billary's melting down and shaping up, maybe. So, babies, let's just see the end results of that one. I mean, last I saw them, they were flying off over the tall mountains, and I just sent a little prayer along with them. They get over the top, man, because it's a tall, tall pass there. Risky biz flying through there in a helicopter, let me tell you, man. I don't care how cool it is, People have poured in some real fancy machines up there. So anyway, I helped them get through the air and on back over to wherever world they were going to, probably over there to the hollowed out mountain there by Colorado Springs. What do they call that? The Cheyenne Mountain. What an insult to the Cheyenne, eh? Oh, but baby, something tells me there's going to be some divine revealing underway as some of these souls and hearts we're touching today actually come into play. You see, I mean, it's no longer a field of death and greed and fulfilling that empty, oh, damn, I hate everything need, you know. It's more like, you know, little love bunnies coming alive and remembering they're just a little child with a halo over their head that's propped up by these demonic little horns. Coyote medicine through and through, wouldn't you say? You see. And some of them, man, the horns grow bigger and the halo disappears, but it all comes back because you never lose it, dear. It's just experience we go through here. That's all. Just experience. Tried, oh God, off the charts in its trials, man. Off the charts in its triumphs, too, as you are soon to see, baby. Because we're coming back like a heart attack, Jack. And we're going to take that shit down and bring them all around, man. Because that's what we're doing for ourselves right now. Here on this Coyote Medicine Show with Grandpa Coyote and the whole raft of angels. Don't you know? I mean, how can you resist it? It's in the flow, man. You know, and the flow is the glow, and the glow's coming from inside of you. We're just reflecting it back, don't you see? Like we always do. Ooh-wee, yeah. Well, now, I got to admit, that story I just told is a bit of a fictional premise. Yeah, babies, but a reality, too, man. Because they were there in that water just as sure as I was, only I didn't necessarily see them there bodily presence, if you know what I mean. I think it was an address that we gave to the United Nations or something underway. But I just laying in the mud puddle there, you know, enjoying myself. Well, it wasn't muddy. I mean, it's clear as a bell, but hot as hell, too, man. Oh, God, it feels good. You know, if you can do that when the sun's up, but it's still a little cool out, ooh, baby. Don't do it when it's 30 below. Now, I've done that. And, man, I froze my brain a little bit. I had to go in the sauna and get thawed out. Hurt like hell, too, man. And I'm still a little, you know, from freezing my brain, man. Jeez, oh, I mean, just a little tiny bit of it, but, God, it must have been a critical part. Yeah, 'cause, man, I tell you what, I haven't been near as intelligent since then, man. Lost my cool in that pool at 30 below. Don't give the go there. 20 below is okay if the wind's not blowing. You can do it then, you know. And in fact, you know, when you get out of that really hot pond and it's 20 below, oh, you tingle all over, don't you know? I mean, it just... Now, there's another little secret place in this world I'm going to tell you about where you can really get rejuvenated, but you got to be chill about it because it's going to make you feel wild as all get out. And that's these magic waters of this place called Lava Hot Springs up there in southeastern Idaho. Just aside from Wyoming there a little bit, you know. Got a kid brother lives out in that country. Here's to Wyoming, you crazy fools. Out there in that windy, cold, oh. But I've actually seen it stay green grass there in the summer when it never used to. It's amazing. Here's to Wyoming, baby. And the cowgirls and cowboys up there that I just love them so, man. I used to have. Oh, well, I won't talk about that. But I had some good friends up there, man. Let's just say it that way. I love I love Wyoming. And I love Lava Hot Springs over there in Idaho, too, man. See, now that's just like, it's a different kind of water than, you know, we got more embryonic waters over here at the Joyful Journey and so forth. Over there, these are like a little different minerally in the water, more crystally feeling. So it pulls out of you this feeling. And you start to feel really, you know, instead of feeling like resting when you're done with that hot dip, you know, you're ready to go partying. So you do, you know. And it just stays on you for, wow, a few days back then. Probably now would stay forever. But, you know, I don't know how overdeveloped that place is now. It was pretty simple when I was hanging out back there in the 60s and the 70s. And I haven't been back there much since because I've been living elsewhere, you know. But, wow. That's an in-house place. If you ever happen to be passing through there, go check it out. See if you can. They used to have these old hotels with private pools in the basement where, you know, it was tapped right into the hot spring. Hell of a big hot spring, by the way. Hell of a big one. Magic is all get out. So, and the state had a facility there too that was pretty well developed, and it was great, man. Really, they had a really hot pool and a not so hot pool, and then a big one for the wussies and stuff like that. But gosh, that water's pure magic too. I'm sure there's some hot springs somewhere around you if you're in any kind of a place where there's mountains nearby. They kind of go together, don't you know? And if you get out there and find some wild ones, that's even better, because you'll get your own kind of magic. Every one of them, just like each one of us has a personality, well, every one of them has a person in it that'll set you free too, a different aspect, Joyful Journey, is like I say, the embryonic. It's more like the divine feminine form of water, man. It's like going there to get, back in the womb and get yourself back to that primal beginning, so you can come out of it with a whole lot more flowing intelligence. Get yourself trucking down the highway of life in high gear with the pedal to the metal. Roger, roger. And we underway, baby. Hauling this freight today, man. We're going to deliver too, man. Sooner or later. I mean, it depends on who we run into down the road here at that. There's this truck stop over in Tennessee where, I just got a thrilling friend there. Let's see. But I only get there about once every 16 days, or maybe even longer than that. Sometimes it's 90 days before I'll get back there, But I do get through there every now and then. But oh my goodness, he's thinking about that place with a grin. Ooh, delivery might be a little late this time. It ain't no sin, man. I mean, it gets there. That's the important thing. Old truckers always deliver the goods, man, even if it's coming into your neighborhood, Have to back in all the way, man. Tight, tight, tight every way, eh? Well, we'll help you relieve your hood, man. We'll help you come back to life. We'll help you find a real life. And then, what we'll do is we'll share the magic of Joyful Journey with you right now. And on the 25th, too, when Grandpa's doing a little presentation there, oh, hell, we'll probably be 5th, 6th, 7th dimension by then, man. Shit! We'll be radiating out to all of you guys. So if you can't make it, just know you're going to be there anyway, man. Just like poor old David and Billary couldn't resist the call of the spirit heart, don't you see? We're setting them up in this political reality. I think we'll hear some confessions and admissions like you wouldn't believe. I think things are turning around in this side of town. Pretty soon we'll be done with government anyway, because we know the higher way, And this is when the elders sit in council, basically, and pass the pipe and then pass the talking stick, And, it's not like exclusively elders, but the people come forward and present whatever difficulties or whatever puzzlement they have on their heart, and the elders help them deal with it, because they've been seasoned a bit. But recognizing that we're all in it together. And this is about where the reality of government stops, is right there. I mean, that's it. That's all you ever need. You don't even need that, because you can do that without having to be physically present, but it just gives a seal of the Mother Earth's approval to it when you do gather in a circle. So, be listening too, speaking of which, because we will be doing a gathering of elders here in the Crestonia area. So I'm putting out the call now. All of you that feel like elders, get ready for a little gathering here in the Crestonia area. I'll let you know when and where here pretty soon, but just be like, acknowledging your little heart. If you're an elder and you feel like one, I don't care how old you are, how many years you have on you. If you feel like an elder, be there. If you feel like a younger or anybody else, well, come on over and we'll chat with you too, man. But it's a meeting of the elders, the re-beginning of the council-like attitude. We're just doing it for social engagement right now. It has no political authority in this reality whatsoever. But you'll be amazed at what happens there. I mean, just like you will at Joyful Journey when we get that thing underway. It's going to be fun, baby, because it's already done. You feel it? See, you're creating it right now, see? Grandpa's just repeating it, reporting it back to you like I do as a sweet little talking head that ain't dead that I am, man. Speaking of which, we did another round with it then, but now we're okay, baby. We got the cure underway. Isn't that awesome? Things have been bugging you for a while, and all of a sudden some angel shows up, or a pair of angels show up, and things get better. Isn't that cute, cool, man? I mean, cure is everywhere. It's inside of you, and you just bring it to us. You need it in the physicality, and there it be, babies. Live inside your heart. Live with your divine intelligence. Set yourself free. Because that's the way you be already, whether you see it or not. And when you are free, here's what you be. Able to be anywhere, anytime that you need to be. And connected and engaged with everyone that you need to be engaged with. In any way, shape, or form. Because that's the expansive way of reality. Through these divine connections comes the expansive love that makes creation be and makes it happy with itself. And, brings that circle of hands to a meaningful place. Circle of hands is a circle of hearts. And old truckers deliver, man, even if it's just a circle that we got on the back there, man. We're taking you on and we're bringing you around because that's my mission, my journey today, man. It's just like hauling a load back to the East Coast or back to the West Coast or wherever, man. You got to go to some little town in Tennessee in the meantime and pick up this and take that up to Chicago, and then you can be bought back for L.A. As soon as you get back down to Tennessee to pick up that other trailer you just dropped to go take the second load, you see. That's what happened to humanity. We got sidetracked pretty bad, Somebody had some urgent freight and a dispatcher panicked. Well, who does the work? Who suffers for it? The driver. He catches it on the bitter end every time. That's why there's got to be places like Joyful Journey and Lava Hot Springs, Idaho, and so forth. So we got a place for rejuvenation from all the disrespect we have to put up with out there just for being an old trucker, man. They don't realize what a gift and I think they do realize what a gift and a skill it is now to be an experienced trucker, because, man, the ones out there now are mostly inexperienced, and holy shit. It's a good thing we're getting out of the freight carrying business altogether here pretty quick, isn't it, man? As far as like the earth goes and big old 18-wheelers plus whatever, it's over, man. It's over. As truth comes around, reality is found, and babies, we got it all. We got everything we need. We don't need silly old trucks to move goods around. In fact, we don't even need to move goods around. Don't need no supermarket, except for social engagement, and that's what they're there for anyway, social engagement, man. So we'll go there and share our goods every now and then, not when we're buying and selling, but we don't need to. It's all coming from creation, man, the heart. See how we put an end to all of this? We are creation, man. Each and every one of us, and if we just allow ourselves to come around like that, well, shit. People like David and Billary, they're done in that way, but, man, you got to understand the hearts that would endure such a role, because these are nasty, nasty roles, about as evil as they get, in my humble opinion, But, babies, it's difficult to hold any life in you when you're living like that. And if you let go of the life, well, then the act is done. And you're back to rejuvenate and coming back, of course. But, it's difficult for a soul presence, a heart, to hold that. It really is. So I hope as these people come around and begin to show their true spirit, that you'll have some compassion for the God-blessed nastiness that's gone on in the past and let go of it. Because, it's not going to last. It's done. It's over. By the way, if you're living in New York City or anywhere near there, I suggest you probably want to move out of there pretty quick. Because there's things they're not telling you about over there, and there's just fair warning. And these guys cued me in on it by talking about it there at the hot spring. But when they used that vapor weapon from space on those buildings there, 911, that little incident where they thought airplane... Well, anyway, they used a vaporizing, a demolecularizing beam on those buildings to pulverize and powderize them, basically. That's why there was no real, what do you call it? There was 50 billion tons of steel and concrete there, and it turned into powdery little dust. There was no debris at the bottom too much, just a little. Well, that's because they started this beam, and down they go. I think they dealt with it in both ways, though. I think they had charges planted too, but they pulverized it with a demolecularization beam from a satellite up in the boomies up there in the big sky. They got lots of boomies up there, but we're dealing with it. Don't worry, man. We're kind of under the gun, but we're kind of not, because we're dealing with the hands that deal with those who push the buttons and pull the triggers and shit. And them too. Life is cosmically magic in its own right, and is dealing with it just right now, because it's happening inside of you. Then these others get that direction too, because of the unity we experience now. And to give it physical presence, you look at your belly button, your navel, you know you come from the one mother. You got the one blood in you. That's humanity. So we're all family, and in fact, we're related to everything. Of course there are no aliens, even though David Rockefeller looks about as bad an alien as anybody could ever be, man. I don't think he's a human being at all, but it doesn't make him an alien. That's family. All of life is, it's family because it all comes from the same one source, one blood that we do. The one speck of light where everything is beginning. See? The one little globe that starts it all and where it begins and ends, and it all is right there. It's like a pinhead or something. Tiny little speck filled with the greatest feeling of emotional love and cosmic expression there could ever be. Mama! And then some. So baby, see how it comes undone? See how we're active in it already? Especially here in the 3D. Don't be surprised if it really does dissolve away right around you, man. The whole world changes just that quick. And if you think you got something now, shit. It ain't nothing, baby. Even though we appreciate it deeply and divinely so, it ain't nothing yet. When these old truckers, and it ain't just me, when these old truckers deliver the goods, baby, you're going to be glad you're living in this neighborhood. Because it's a happening, babies. So don't get all sappy because things have been kind of crappy. Put yourself together again. And how do you do that? Well, just relax for starters. Let go of the dispassionate feelings you're having, the incredible guilt or pain or whatever it is, because there's been some hostility here all over this planet. I mean, and then some, right? Let go of it. Let go of any judgments you've held on it, any pain you've gotten from it, any people you may have lost there. Well, baby, they're coming back, and they're coming back with a heart attack, passion, an emotion such as you've not known before, and they're bringing it with them, because it's in you already, see? When we go through death, we come back to life, we feel that eternal love that's in us forever, of which we're made. That's what that light is, it's love. Love and light, same thing, so is life. And living in it is love in motion. Hell yeah, baby. See? What a joyful journey we be already. If you haven't made your reservations over there for the weekend of the 24th of this month now, it's 2 weeks away. You want to be there. 2 weeks from today. It's going to be a lot of fun. You don't have to have a lot of money to have fun here, man. It's really an awesome place, and you'll enjoy yourself. I don't reckon there's going to be a big crowd, but there's going to be enough, let me tell you, And it'll be, and that'll keep it kind of intimate, If there's only 100 or 2 or something like that, that's plenty, But if there's 1,000, hell, we'll deal with it. But, small group is what I anticipate of 100 or 2, just to give it a number. It could be anything, but that's what I kind of anticipate. And that makes it kind of personal, so we can do some things, that, just like when you're up flying, when you're in crowded airspace, you can't do too many aerobatics and tricks and shit. But when you get out there in the boondocks where, there's nothing but you and the birdies below you, well, son of a gun, look what we get to do. We're going to do some hammerheads and some barrel rolls and some wing overs and all kinds of shit, right? Right. Because we like to play, man, We're in freer air now, you see. Well, this is happening for humanity. I mean, just in general, across the board, you'll see it happen. I know there's all kinds of intrigue going on in the background, too, and it seems like there's war everywhere. Don't let it be in you, man. You don't have to separate from it. Just be comfortable in your own presence, and you'll see the war dissolve away right along with any other conflict. We're magic, baby, beyond our own belief. We're powerful and real in our power of creation. And when we unify, when we're already recognize that we're all in it together, can you imagine where we're going with all of this, man? Can you imagine? I'd say, well, let's get this Monday underway, and I expect you ain't going in today, are you, man? Screw that time clock and all the rest of the crap that goes with it, man. Where are we going today? I don't know, but it ain't there, right? I thought so, man. Don't mean to encourage insurrection here, but babies, it's time to end this infection of this workaday world. It's time to be done with that son of a gun. And we don't need to work that hard to get our stuff. And we certainly don't have to pay when all we got to do to be creative is in the area of the heart play. That's the kind of energy I shared with David and what's her name there? Billary, yeah, at the hot springs there the other day, man. See how we get to infect one another? Ooh, man, you're going to see some amazing magic coming forward in your own world now. Because you participate in it all. We're all in it together, babies. Big and tall, short and fat, little and skinny like me, or just unbelievably loving and carefree. However we be, we create, don't you see? So says Grandpa, ooh, on this beautiful Monday, spreading them wings out, getting ready to fly away. On the Coyote Medicine Show, where else but exclusively on the ever-loving, sweethearted, dear to my heart, Hazy Radio Network. Now, part of your heart too, babies. See what I mean? Oh, truckers, we deliver. Especially here at hazyradio.com.
Roll on, Big Mama.